We are going to continue down the line talking about all of the questions that appear on your ballot here in Missouri in November. So we've already talked about the Constitutional Convention question, Amendment 1, and Amendment 3. If you missed those videos, I'm going to put some links in the description of this one. Let's talk about Amendment 4. Amendment 4 would force Kansas City to spend a minimum of 25% of their total budget on the police department. If you're thinking that that sounds a little odd or unique, it's because it is. Kansas City is the only city in the entire state that has their funding dictated by the state government, not locally. As it stands today, they're actually forced by law to spend 20% of their budget, and this one would increase it up to 25%. Additionally, the way this budget is spent for the police department in Kansas City is also out of Kansas City voters or Kansas City's hands. Basically, there is a panel of 5 members of a board that decide the budget. 4 of them are chosen by the governor, and 1 is the mayor of Kansas City. So if you're doing the math, Kansas City voters actually only control about 20% of the decision-making for their entire police department. Some have said that the city is already spending 24.3% of their budget on the police. So what's the big deal if they have to increase it to 25? Well, first of all, it would be mandated by the state. So they have no choice in the matter. It's an unfunded mandate, which, as it stands today, is against the Missouri Constitution and the Hancock Amendment. That's why they're trying to change the Constitution here to give them the power to say, for Kansas City specifically, we can go around the Constitution. Additionally, however, this bill doesn't specify 25%. That's only specified because of another bill that was passed this year out of the Missouri legislature. This bill says the legislature has the ability to decide whatever the budget is going to be, which means what's going to stop them from passing 30% next year, or 35, or 40? And the city of Kansas City, the folks living there, would have no say in the matter. And here's the other thing. It's not like state control has been some magic bullet where Kansas City is significantly safer than any other place. Kansas City's violent crime rate is 3 times the national average. They consistently show up in the top 10 for most dangerous cities in the entire country. So it's not exactly like it's working famously. So bottom line is I am voting no, because I think that Kansas City should determine what the budget is for their police department, and if something is not working, I think Kansas City voters should be able to have a say in making some changes. Right now, folks that live hundreds of miles away from the city are the ones making those decisions, and quite frankly, I think that's wrong.